Good morning and welcome all the students to my class. I'm Miss Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. Today we are going to learn about EMI. What is the full form of EMI? Equated monthly installment. See, when you take loan from any bank or financial institution, you have to repay your loan by paying the equal amount of installment at every month for whatever period of time you have taken the loan. So the loan taken from banks or any financial institution is repaid in equal monthly installments over the time period of loan. That is, when a loan is repaid as an immediate annuity, loan is also an example of annuity because you are paying it by paying the equal amount every month. Okay, so when a loan is repaid as an immediate annuity with time period being a month. Okay, in EMI, time period is always month. That is why it is called as equated monthly installment. Okay, we call the sum of monthly payment as EMI. Now the method to calculate the EMI by using the present value of the annuity with the given compound interest is called as reducing balance method. So to calculate EMI, we are going to use the same formula which we were using for the present value of annuity. What is the formula? You know, the formula is P equal to, in my last lecture yesterday, we have seen the formula of present value. P is equal to C into 1 minus V to the power N divided by I. And I think I have also shared with you the PPT and recording of this present value of annuity, correct? So in this, P will be the amount of loan and C will be the value of each installment, that is EMI. Now, whenever you pay EMI, that EMI is consisting of two parts. Okay, what are the two parts of EMI? The EMI consists of two parts. One represents the interest on the outstanding principal or the outstanding balance loan, and the other part represents the principal repayment. Okay. The table which shows the breakup of the EMI into interest component and principal repayment component is called as amortization table. So today we are going to see how to prepare the amortization table. See, whenever you have taken a loan and you paid the installment, correct? You are not paying exactly the amount which you have taken the loan. You are also charged the interest, correct? So whenever you will pay the EMI of every month, this will be break up into two parts. The first part will go in the payment of interest payment. Okay. And the second part will go in the principal repayment. So that is why we say that the EMI is breaking up into two parts. One is interest payment component and the second one is principal repayment component. So that breakup, the table which shows that breakup is called as an amortization table. So I will show you this with the help of one example. So let us solve one problem. Look at this question. A loan of rupees 1 lakh is to be returned in 4 equal monthly installments. That means 4 EMIs at 12% per annum. The interest charge is 12% per annum. What you have to do in the first question, you have to find the EMI using reducing balance method. And second one, you have to prepare the amortization table showing the breakup of the EMI into interest component and principal repayment component. So let us first find out the EMI. Now here, how much loan is taken? 1 lakh rupees. So first of all, let us write down what are the things given to us. As I told you, Loan is taken today. Okay, so loan amount is always your present value. Okay, P means present, meaning Aj. Okay, loan is taken today. It's a present value. So given that present value is 1 lakh. Okay, and it is to be returned in 4 equal monthly installments. So you are paying the loan in 4 installments. So N is 4 months. Remember that whenever you have to find out EMI, your period is month. Okay, so here what is your period? Period is month. So you need to convert the rate of interest as well as the period into month. So period is already given to you in month and is 4 months. Okay, equal monthly installment, 4 months. Okay. Now what is your rate of interest given to you? It is given 12% per annum. So you have to convert this into per month. Okay. So 12% is for the whole year. In a year there are 12 months. So how much will be for 1 month? 12 months के लिए 12. So for 1 month 12 divided by 12. So that is 1% per month. So whenever you have to calculate the EMI, make sure that you convert your rate of interest from per annum to per month by dividing it by 12. Okay, always. So R is 1% per month. Now what you have to find out? The EMI. So you have to find out the value of C. Look at here. The diagram is like this. The loan of present value, that is loan of 1 lakh rupees is taken and it is paid in 4 installment, first month, second month, third month and fourth month. This amount you have to find out. How much is the value of each installment? That is the value of C you have to find out. Okay. So first of all, let us write down the formula for the present value. So what is the formula for the present value? P equal to C into 1 minus V to the power N divided by I. Where what is V? How do you calculate V? V is 1 divided by 1 plus I. Okay. So find out first what is I. R कितना दिया है आपको? R कितना है? 1%. Now we will not take 12%, because we have to convert into month. So 1%. R is 1. R is 1. So what 1% per month? Okay. So what is I? I, you know, it is R upon 100. So it is 1 divided by 100, which is 0.01. What is 1 plus I? 1 plus I is 1.01. So what will be V? V is 1 divided by 1 plus I. That is 1 divided by 1.01. Calculate the value of 1 divided by 1.01. So 1 divided by 1.01 gives you 0.9900990009. You have to write down all the decimal places to get the accurate answer. Now in this formula, put all the values. Okay. What is the value of P? How much loan was taken? P is 1 lakh. Okay. So, and N is 4. So P is 1 lakh. Put the value of P, 1 lakh. And C you have to find out. So you keep C as it is. 1 minus V is this much. This is your V, correct? So 0.9900990099. This is your V raised to power N. N is 4 divided by I. I is 0.01. 0.01. Okay. So first step is put everything in the formula. C you have to calculate. Okay. Now to find out the value of C, you have to solve this equation. You remember how we solved this equation? First of all, get rid of this denominator by cross multiplication. So therefore, see, there is nothing here in the denominator, so it is 1. So this whole thing multiplied by 1 equal to 1 lakh multiplied by 0.01. Okay. So C into 1 minus, if you want, you can, okay, just write down here 0.990099 raised to power 4. This is equal to 1 lakh into 0.01. Okay. Now simplify. So I hope this number is already on your screen, correct? 1 divided by 1.01. So you have to take its power 4. So in your non-programmable calculator, after this number is already on your screen, after this number, press multiplication, and then if you want 4 power, press equal sign 3 times. So you will get the 4th power. So that gives you 0.960980345. Okay. That is equal to 1 lakh into 0.01. So this will be 1000. Okay. Right hand side is 1000. Now this is equal to C into, subtract this number from 1. So you will get 0.390196,555. This is equal to 1000. See, when this number, such a big number is already on your screen and you want to subtract it from 1 and you are using the non-programmable calculator. So this is already on the screen. So you can do -1 so that you will save time in, typing this number. Only thing is that when you have this number on the screen and you take -1, then you will get the number, this number with minus sign. So just neglect the minus sign. That's all. Okay. Now what is the value of C? C will be 1000 divided by 0.390196,555. C, you want to find out the value of C. So this number you have to shift to the other side. So it will divide. Wait a minute. Zero point zero three. Wait, let me make the correction. It's 0.0390196555. 0.0390196555. Okay. So 1000 divided by 0.0390196555. That gives you 25,628.109. So you can take one. Take only 2 decimal places in the final answer. So the value of EMI is 25,628 rupees and 11 paise. So the loan of 1 lakh rupees is taken. 1 lakh rupees is taken. Its EMI is coming as 25,600 rupees and 11 paise. Okay. This is how you calculate the EMI. There was nothing new in this. P was given and you have calculated C. So this type of problem even we have done yesterday. Only difference is what? In EMI calculation, the period is month. So you always have to convert the rate of interest from per annum to per month by dividing it by 12. Okay, that's the only difference. So we have calculated that when you take the loan of 1 lakh rupees, the amount of installment C is coming as how much? C is coming as 25,628 rupees and 11 paise. This much installment you have to pay 4 months. Okay. Now let us see the other part, preparation of amortization table. So this is what is the amortization table. In amortization table, as I told you, it will give you the breakup of EMI. EMI will get breakup into two parts. First part will go in the interest payment, and second part will go in the principal payment. You know that whenever you take loan, you have to pay the principal amount along with the interest, principal repayment. Okay. So let us see how this table looks like. First column is month. Second column, I have given the numbers to the column. Look at this. First column is month. Second column is outstanding principal at the beginning of the month. Third column is EMI. And the fourth column, the major fourth column is divided into two columns. So the fourth one and fifth one. Fourth becomes interest payment component. And the fifth column is principal repayment component. This is fourth and fifth are the breakup of the EMI. Okay. Now let us prepare this table. So you have seen that in this problem, the loan is paid off in 4 months. So month, you know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 months when you got rid of your loan. How much loan installment was taken? What is the outstanding principal in the beginning of the first month? It was 1 lakh. 1 lakh rupees loan was. So the outstanding principal is 1 lakh. How much was the value of EMI we got? 25,628.11. So EMI is 25,628 rupees and 11 paise. Okay. 1 lakh loan was taken. So in the first month, you were having this much loan amount to repay. You have paid the first installment of your EMI. Now this EMI will get break up into two parts. First part will be interest payment. So what is your interest rate here? 1%, no? R is what? 12% per annum, but 1 month ke liye 1%. So you have to find out the interest on this, 1% of this, okay? 1% is the interest, so 1% of 1 lakh. This is the principal, no? So it will be 1 lakh multiplied by 1%, so 1 upon 100. So what is this 1 upon 100? It is 0.01. So that means you are multiplying 1 lakh rupees by I, 0. That is why I've written here I. Okay. So how am I getting this interest payment component? The fourth column. Second column multiplied by I. So this is the second column. So 1 lakh multiplied by I. I is what? So this is actually second column multiplied by I is 0.01. In different problems, the value of I will be different. Okay. So 1 lakh, on 1 lakh, 1% loan of 1 lakh, that is multiplied by 0.01, you get 1,000 rupees. So the interest is 1,000. So out of this EMI, 1,000 rupees has gone for the payment of interest. So what is the balance amount? How much is remaining? 25,628.11 minus 1,000. See here. So fifth column, how am I getting? Third column minus fourth column. This is the third column minus fourth column is 1,000. So 25,628.11 minus 1,000. 25,628.11. From this, 1,000 rupees has gone for the interest payment. So what is remaining? 24,628.11. So this much amount is for the principal repayment. Okay, I hope you have understood. In the beginning of the first month, this much was the outstanding principal, 1 lakh rupees. You paid the EMI of this much amount. In the first month, how much interest has gone? 1 lakh ke upar 1% interest. So that is 1,000. So out of this much EMI, 1,000 has gone for the interest payment. So what remained? This minus 1,000. That is 24,628.11. in principal you have paid after you paid your first installment. Okay. Now let us see the how to fill the second row. Look at here. In the second month, what will be the outstanding principal? In the first month, 1 lakh was there. Out of 1 lakh, how much principal you have paid? 24,628.11. So 1 lakh minus 24,628.11. This much will be the outstanding principal in the beginning of the second month. Okay, so let us do that. So in the second month, what will be the outstanding principal? 1 lakh minus 24,628.11. So in the second month, in second month, what is the outstanding principal? 1 lakh. Out of 1 lakh, you have paid how much principal? 24,628.11. So 1 lakh minus 24,628.11 gives you 75,371.89. So this is the outstanding principal in the beginning of the second 75,000. 371 rupees and 89 paise. Okay, 75,371.80. Again, in the second month, you paid the installment EMI. EMI is same for all the months. So 25,628.11. Let us write down this figure because it is same for all the months. EMI is same. Okay. Here also it is 25,628.11. Okay. Now look at here. This much amount of EMI you have paid in the second month. How much had gone for the interest payment? How will you calculate the interest? See, the balance is this much. So interest on this. Okay. So multiply this by 0.01. Take 1% of this. So that will give you 753.72. You just round off at the second decimal place. So 753.7. So out of this much EMI, 753.72 has gone for the interest payment. So what is remaining? 25,628.11 minus 753.72. This much is remaining. That is third column minus fourth column. So this is the third column minus the fourth column. So that will give you 24,874.39. 24,620 24,874.39. Okay. Now, what is the outstanding principal in the third month? See, this much was the outstanding principal in the second month. And at the end of the month, after you pay the EMI, you have paid this much principal. So what will be the balance of the principal in the third month? This minus this. So second month initial outstanding principal minus how much principal you have repaid? 24,874.39. That means 75,371.89 minus 24,874.39. That will give you 50,497.50. So outstanding principal at the beginning of the third month will be 50,497.50. Again, in the third month, you have paid this much installment, correct? So again, EMI will get break up into two parts, interest payment and the principal repayment. So in the third month, interest will be calculated on the outstanding principal. What is the outstanding principal? Outstanding principal is 50,497.50. So on that 1% interest you have to calculate. So 50,497.50 into 1%. So that is 0.01. So that is what I've written here. Second column multiplied by I. So when you multiply this by 0.01, you will get 504.98. Okay, so this, after you paid the third EMI, this much rupees and 98 paisa had gone for the interest. So what remained for the principal repayment? 25,628.11 minus 504. See, third column minus fourth column. So 25,628.11, 25,628.11 minus 504.98. That will give you 25,123.13. So this is what I'm going to write here. 123.1. Okay. So out of 25,628.11, 504.98 has gone for the interest payment, and the remaining part, that 25,123.13, has gone for the principal repayment. Now, how will you find out the outstanding principal in the fourth month? Look at here. In the third month, in the beginning, this much was the outstanding principal. After you paid third month installment, you have paid this much amount as a principal repayment. Okay. So what is the outstanding principal in the fourth month? 50,497.50 minus 25,123.13. So in the fourth month. Okay, let us see in the fourth month. In fourth month, what is the outstanding principal? Outstanding principal will be 50,497.50 minus 25,123.1. Okay, see, this much was the outstanding principal in the third month. After you paid the first installment, you have paid this much principal. Okay, 25,123.13. So how much you are getting? You are getting 25,374.37. So this is the outstanding principal in the fourth month. 25,374.37. Again, in the fourth month, you will pay this much EMI. Part of it will go in the interest payment. How much part? Interest on this value. Okay. So how will you calculate the interest on this value? 25,374.37, 1% interest. So multiplied by 0.01. 0.01. 0.37 multiplied by 0.01. Okay, how much you will get? You will get 253.7. Okay, so from this much EMI amount, this much has gone for the interest payment. So what remained? 25,628.11 minus 253.74. So you will get 25,374.37. Okay, you see that in the beginning of fourth month, you were having this much outstanding principal, this much loan was due on you. Okay, and after you paid fourth month installment, you have paid this much principal. So in the fifth month, what is your outstanding principal? Nothing, zero. This minus this will be zero. So you got, you have done with your loan installment. Yes, tell me.
25374 last.
374. Yes, 374. Correct. So 25,374.6. 25,374.37. So you see that in the fifth month, there is no outstanding balance. you get rid of your loan in the 4th month. Okay, you have repaid all your loan. So there is no installment, there is no principal outstanding in the 5th month. So this table is called as an amortization table. Okay, you see that see, after you paid your first installment, the principal, outstanding principal is reducing. See here, 1 lakh say 75,371 over here, 50,000 something, and then 25,000. So this outstanding principal is reducing month by month. That is why this method is called as a reducing balance method. Okay. So uh, in practice, people take loan for not just for 4 or 5 months. They take for 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, like that. So this table will be very big, but in practice we cannot. I mean, in your course you will have maximum up to 4 months. But the idea you have got that this way the table is prepared. So in bank and any financial institution, they do always, everything will be computerized. So if you take loan and suppose you want to know how much is the loan due on you, you can go to bank and you can ask them. They will see your this table and they will quickly tell you this much balance, this much loan is outstanding for you. Okay, so this table is called as an amortization table. I hope you have understood this. Now let us go for the next problem. One more problem we will solve. In this problem, a loan of rupees 50,000 is to be returned in 3 equal monthly installments at 24% per annum. Again, you have to find the EMI using reducing balance method, the same method. And second, you have to prepare the amortization table showing the breakup of the EMI into interest component and principal repayment component. So first of all, as usual, whenever a question is given to you, try to write down what is given thing or what is asked to you. So let us write down the given things. How much loan is taken? Loan of rupees 50,000 is taken. So as I told you, loan is always your present value because you take loan today, correct? So for a present value. So P is 50,000 and it is to be written in how many months? Whenever you are calculating EMI, your period will always be month. Okay, even though it is written year here, you have to convert into month. Okay, so it is already written 3 equal monthly installments. So 3 is N is 3. And what is the rate of interest here? It is 24% per annum. It is given yearly, but your period is month. You are calculating EMI, so you have to convert this into month by dividing it by 12. So 24 upon 12, that is 2. So 2% per month. So your rate of interest is 2% per month. Many students, they forget to divide it by 12. They take it 24 and solve the problem. So that will be wrong. So remember that in EMI calculation, rate of interest has to be converted to per month because the period is month. Even N also. And already it is given, so you don't have to convert. Agar N 1 year hota, तो आपको इधर पे 12 months लिखना पड़ता. Okay, that is how it is. So here, in all EMI problem, period is month. Now, if you want to show it with the diagram, look at here. This is the 0th first month, this is second month, and this is the third month. You are taking how much loan? This is month, correct? How much loan? You are taking 50,000. So present value is 50,000. You are paying it with installment. So this installment EMI you have to calculate. You have to find out the value of C. Okay. So this is how you have to plan what is given, what is asked. Okay. Now what is your formula? We are going to use the same formula of present value. P equal to C into 1 minus V to the power N divided by I. Where what is V? Where what is V? It is 1 divided by 1 plus I. Correct? Now what is your value of I? R is what? 2%. No? So what will be I? R is 2%. I will be R upon 100. That is 2 upon 100. 2 upon 100 is 0.02. Correct? So 1 plus 0.02. So that is 1 divided by 1.0. Find out the value of 1 divided by 1.0. So 1 divided by 1.02 gives you 0.980392 1569. 1569. You have to write the whole number, all the digits. 0.980392156. Okay. Let us put all the values in the given form. So P is 50,000. Loan is taken. 50,000 loan is taken. So P is 50,000. Correct. N is 3. C you have to find out. So you keep C as it is. 1 minus V you have just now calculated. This is your V. It's 0.980392 1569. 1569. This raised to power N. N is 3. Divided by I. I is 0.0. So you have to put all the values. Correct? Now, as you have calculated this just now, it is already on the screen of your calculator. So you can find out its power. Raised to power 3 you want. Huh? So that you need not waste time in, typing these numbers again and again. So 1 minus this raised to power 3 comes out to be 0.9423223347. Okay. And divided by 0.0. And here it is 50,000. In the next step, you can subtract this number from 1. So you will get 0.0576776665. 0576776653. And here it is 0.02. Now what you can do is you can get rid of this denominator by multiplying this by 50,000 into 0.02. So what will be the value of C? C will be, or if you want, you can here itself you can. So do the cross multiplication. So C into 0.0576776653, if is equal to 50,000 multiplied by 0.02. Okay, which comes out to be 1,000. So what is the value of C? 1,000 divided by 0.056776653. Find out this answer. See, in mathematics, you have a lot of calculation to do. Okay, 1,000 divided by 0.05776776653. That gives you 17,337.73. So this much is the value of C. That means your EMI amount is coming as 17,337.73. Okay. So EMI is equal to, therefore, this is the value of EMI. That means a loan of rupees 50,000 is taken and it is paid off in 3 months. So the installment amount is coming as 17,337 rupees and 73 paise. Now let us prepare the amortization table. This was nothing new. We have done it so many times. Now let us do the amortization table. Look at here, amortization table. So let us prepare the table. As usual, we will first write down the parts of the table. So first column is month. Second column is outstanding principal at the beginning of the month. First column is month. Second is outstanding principal at the beginning of the month. Third is EMI, amount of EMI. And then fourth is, this column, fourth column gets break up into two parts. Fourth is interest payment and fifth one is principal repayment. So in this problem, the loan is paid off in 3 months, correct? So let us quickly write down. There are 3 months, 1, 2, and 3. What is the outstanding principal in the first month? It was 50,000. The loan of 50,000 was taken, correct? So 50,000. Look at here, 50,000 loan was taken. And what was the installment amount? 17,337.73. 17,337.73. Correct, no? 17,337.73. Okay. Now see, in this year, in the first month, you have paid this much EMI. So part of this will go for the interest payment. So in the first month, what is the interest? Interest on which amount? Interest on 50,000. So 50,000, what is your interest rate? 2% per month. So you are going to take 2% of this. That means 2 divided by 100. 2 divided by 100 is nothing but your I, 0.02. Okay. So that is why I have written here. Fourth column, this column is second column multiplied by I. This is the second column. When you multiply this figure by I means 0.02 in this problem, into I is 0.02, you will get the interest component. So when you multiply 50,000 by 0.02, you will get how much? You will get 1,000. So in the first month, 1,000 rupees has gone for the interest payment. Now what is the out of EMI of 17,337? This much EMI you have paid. Out of this, 1,000 has gone for the interest. So what is the balance? It is 16,337.73. So in the first month, you have paid how much principal? 16,337.73. This much principal is paid in the first month. Okay, after you paid the first EMI. What is the outstanding principal in the second month? 50,000 outstanding principal in the first month. Out of this outstanding, you have paid this much. So what is the outstanding principal in the second month? 50,000 minus 16,337.7. Okay.
Ma'am, attendance link time ho gaya.
Wait, let us complete this. Stop this. So 15,000 minus 16,337.73 will give you 17,000. Oh, I'm sorry. Let us complete this problem, because I will have to redo it again then. That is why. So it is giving you 33,662.27. Again, you pay the same installment. EMI is same. Okay. So after you paid the second installment, what is the interest? Interest on this principal. So multiply this by 0.02. You will get 673.25. And what is the outstanding? What is the principal repayment? 17,337.73 minus 673.25. I've written here third minus fourth column. That gives you 16,664. So once you have understood how to get the values, you can quickly write down. That is why I've written here the formula. So 16,664.48. Now what is the outstanding principal in the third month? 33,662.27 minus this much, 16,664.48. That will give you 16,997.79. Again, you paid the same EMI, 17,337.73. Take the 2% of this, that will give you 339 0.96. And then how much principal repayment? 17,337.73 minus 339.96. That gives you 16,997.77. Okay. Look at here. After you paid your third installment, in the fourth month, what is the balance? 16,997.79 was the outstanding balance. Okay, and you have paid how much principal? 69,997.77. So the difference of 2 paise is coming. Why this difference is coming? Because we are rounding off. We are not taking all the digits. So just if you have taken the loan of 50,000, the difference of 2 paise is just negligible. Okay, and why it is coming? Because we are taking only 2 decimal places. Otherwise, this also would not have come. Okay, so this is what is the amortization table. You can see here that the outstanding principal is reducing month by month from 50,000 to 33,662 and 16,997 and so on. Okay, after each payment of so that is why this method is called as a reducing balance method. Okay, so here is the tutorial questions which we are going to solve in the tutorial. So thank you all.